Hello everybody, welcome to the Sewing and Reaping YouTube channel. And just came from my old house that I owned. Met with the new owners about some concerns they had about the house, and took care of that. And getting me a hotel room in person so I can get ready for the Steamtown Marathon that I'm going to participate in this year. It's going to be on October the 8th. And very excited about it. Just saw a couple of guys training for it. I'll be here probably until about 9 tonight before I head back home to Jersey. And then I gotta work and then get ready for this marathon. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get my legs used to this this road and everything out here. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I started the stream. I started the stream because I want to talk to Rev a little bit and let everybody know, well, particularly you, Rev, because I know you're watching. Despite, the differences I have with you and everything, and with Shani and everything, you need to understand this, okay? I mean, I get it. I understand. The friend of my enemy is, I'm sorry, the enemy of my enemy is now my friend. And I get it, and I understand it. I understand that you can get a pizza out of this every now and then. You can get a little bit of food out of it every now and then. But make no mistake about it, you are being played. All right? I don't really know a whole lot about this teddybear55 or whatever, but I do know enough to know that the only reason they're giving you money to get pizza or getting those things or whatever is to try to how can I put this? They get attention for themselves, I guess. And they're attempting. See, here's the thing. Teddy Bear is doing something that a lot of people do on here. Give me a second here, guys. Like I said, if you guys want to know where I'm at, I'm in Scranton right now. I just came from the old house I used to own and settled some issues with the new owner or whatever for him. And I'm going to go walk to Ollie's here for a moment. And then I'm going to head back to my hotel or whatever. No. I got to pay for the hotel. And then I'm going to head to Jersey at about 9 tonight because there's something else I got to do over here. There's a job over here I'm trying to get. And I hope I can get it. But give me a second here. If Rev was watching this, he knows exactly where I'm at. But Jason, you're being played. Okay? He's doing it to bring attention to himself. He's attempting to hurt Carrie, even though he's going about doing it the wrong way. And this is something that I think Teddy Bear needs to understand. The Dragoons need to understand. And everybody else in this game that's trying to go after Carrie. First of all, I'm not stupid. This ain't the first time I've ever seen a YouTuber do this to another YouTuber. What they're trying to do is steal Carrie's audience. That's what they're trying to do. Because if that wasn't the case, they would have been flagged her. They would have been flagged on here or whatever. So what they're doing is that they're using this teddy bear cat to go after Carrie with the nonsense. Because they're jealous that Carrie is getting all of the attention and the views and everything for going after Shani, and is doing a better job of exposing Shani. The only other person I see on here going after Shani and actually doing a consistently good job with exposing her with a little bit of humor is Drader. Other than that, I don't really see anybody else on here. Well, that's not really true. There's other channels, but I'm talking about in terms of like consistency or whatever. You know what I mean? The only reason they don't outright flag Carrie because they want her viewership. I mean, they want the people to go to their channels when they start covering these issues, and they want them to super chat, and they want them to donate to them and whatnot. And they're going about it the wrong way because Carrie's audience don't seem to be stupid at all. I was watching her stream. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday or whatever, but they was covering Rev and some of the things that he was saying, talking about Shani and some other people or whatever. And Carrie was covering what she would do, that she would go to Instagram or some other platform that she can go to or whatever, right? Which is true. And her audience would just go to Instagram or one of these other places with her or whatever, right? The people that are attempting to demonize her because she is going out to Shanny and she's basically crushing those other channels and not following their script. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. I probably wouldn't be saying that if he wasn't tied up. Yeah, so they're trying to demonize her right now, and they're trying to use Teddy Bear. This is the stupidest way to go about doing this stuff, too, to be honest. But they're trying to demonize her and saying that she's this terrible person, and she's this horrible person, without having an argument for her being a terrible person. Because all I hear is, more people watch Carrie than they watch me. Let me go after her. And that's kind of like what Teddy Bear and some of these other guys are doing to me anyway as a viewer. You know what I mean? They're like, instead of just putting out better content and changing their you know, the way they do things and whatnot, right? So they figure if they just make these videos and they make these jokes about her, the audience is just going to magically stop watching Carrie and start going back to the Dragoons, and it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Her audience, whether they like both sides or not, genuinely sees the hypocrisy that's going on with the other side. You know what I mean? I'm not the only person to point that out. There's a bunch of people in here that has pointed out the hypocrisy with some of these other YouTube channels. And they don't want to fix that. They want to continue to be hypocrites. They want to be hypocrites, and they want to just go after Carrie because Carrie gets more attention. So, Red, please understand, dude, you ain't nothing but a pawn. A pizza ain't nothing. He's thinking about all of the thousands of dollars he's going to make off of you when he starts going after you, and he magically believes this big audience is going to come and watch him. Don't work that way. It just doesn't. In order to get an audience to turn against somebody, you have to come out with factual information that you can demonstrably prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, and the audience might listen to what you got to say. But then there's still the issue of you being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? So you have to stop being a hypocrite in order to get the audience to consistently watch you. Rev, you're an idiot. Because once he gets you on his channel, or you go on his channel, and he gets himself a little bit of attention, he gets himself a little bit more viewership, he'll be the one putting 1 million videos on his YouTube channel. Make no mistake about it. teddybear55 doesn't like you. And remember, you was also in one video, you said that Carrie can learn from teddybear55 and Jules, even though out of Shani's own mouth, she said that if she ever sees, I believe, and I quote, she says that if I ever see that Yoshi B, I will gladly go to jail. I can show Shani and remind Shani of all of the things that little old Jules has done to her and what she has said on her YouTube channel. Yeah, this is the example you want people to follow. You're only saying that, Rev, because you want to get a pizza. It's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. Stay away from this teddybear55 guy, because if you get involved with him, you're going to reap what you sow, buddy. And that means you haven't learned nothing. You haven't learned nothing. You're still being naive and believing every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's coming out here claiming they're your supporter. And that's what you get for leaving the church. That's what you get for saying, I'm not going to trust Christians no more. I'm going to go out there and trust total strangers on the internet who I don't know nothing about, and they're just going to, you know, help me out or whatever. Now, again, I don't know much about this teddybear55 guy, but I've had several people email me and talk to me about this teddybear55 guy. I've seen a couple of his videos. He ain't no threat to me, that's for sure. I doubt Carrie cares about him too much. The famous pawn shop with Rev. I'm going to show you guys something when I get up here in a minute. Oh, and by the way, somebody was asking me in the live chat about an RV and whether or not the RV was mine or whether or not it belonged to somebody else. Here's the thing. When I was talking to Rev and we was friends and everything, we was talking about, you know, when I sold the house, I would get them an RV and a TV and a couple of other things and whatnot, right? But this is before the fight and everything and whatnot. And the RV is still available, and I can get it for cheaper than what it was originally made for. So that's the one I was talking about. I want to show you guys the famous pawn shop that Rev sold a $1,000 item for $50 bloody dollars. For $50. Let me show you something here. Right there. Pawn shop is right over there. The Scranton Gold and Silver place. He used to drive up here and he used to take very expensive stuff, man, get next to nothing for it. Ridiculous. I forgot how far Ollie's is from yeah. I heard him get my butt back in Jersey, but I gotta get used to this topography. There's a lot of hills in this place constantly. Jenny and Rev gonna be not Jenny. Well, they're both gonna wait until the last minute to be like they're sorry or whatever, and it's gonna be too little, too late. That's what's gonna happen with those two. But anyway, going back to the whole teddybear55 thingy or whatever. Teddy Bear, based on what I've seen from Carrie's video and what people are emailing me, what's your argument against Carrie? It's out of curiosity. Why should people stop viewing her and start watching you? I've seen your channel, okay? I've seen the stuff that you talk about. Why should they stop watching her and start watching you? Why is it so important for you to go out there and for you to pay Shani and Rev and give them a pizza? And if you thought my jokes about Jules meant something, that's the third. I think that's the second or the third Dragoon that we see supporting them, and it's funny. And I'm gonna make an aggressive stream about this later, not now. I'm gonna make a very aggressive stream about this, but it cracks me up that for like 3 years these people rolled me, and they rolled me, and they rolled me for supporting Shani and Rev. And look at what they're doing today. Very, very, very interesting. They rolled me for 3 years, and they think I'm not documenting all of this? They must be crazy. 3 straight years they rolled me. And now these followers of Drognaut Silvers are starting to financially support them now. First Jules, Teddy Bear, I think Burnt Toast a couple of times, and a couple of other people in here. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that these hypocrites, and then they wonder why nobody wants to watch them no more. I was watching Drag one time. Drag had like 41 people watching him. People are sick and tired of being lied to. That's what it is. They're sick of it. And I told Drag it was coming to him one day. His day was coming. I told him this over and over and over and over again, that his day was coming. I told him that. Get on my case about hope and shit. Look at what you're doing. Look at what your people are doing. There goes G-Man again. Saying I'm entitled, I'm part of something without showing any proof. I think it's common knowledge by now about what's going on right now, Mr. Broke Nut Silvers. The most successful YouTuber in the world, the most educated YouTuber in the world, Scientist Drag. That's what I'm gonna start calling you. I'm not gonna call you Drag Nut no more. I'm gonna call you Scientist Drag. Scientist Drag. Yeah, that's not bad. Scientist Drag. I'm gonna start calling Scientist Sam, and I'm gonna start calling Drag Scientist Drag. That makes for a pretty funny video. Wonder if I can pull that off. Who's the scientist now? But anyway, if anybody knows specifically what teddybear55's argument is, let me know. Let me look at the chat here right now. Figured Drag would be pulling some of Nate's audience guessing up. Because Nate's audience don't want to listen to that nonsense. If he wants Nate's audience, he needs to talk about legal issues and consistently talk about legal issues. But he can't do that. He can't stay away from the G-Man. Because, he's got that G addiction, He can't stay away from Shani and Ray. He can't stay away from nobody. He ain't never going to be as big as some of these other YouTubers until he gets consistent in one field. One field. And as easy as you thought it was, is it, Drag? Well, G-Man, I don't do this full time. G-Man, I only do this. G-Man, I only do this part-time. I don't really do this. I'm a very busy person. YouTube is just a hobby to me. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sure. Tell that to everybody else watching. Nobody believes that, Drag. Nobody believed it when you said it then, and nobody believes it now. I'm actually more busy than you. See, I'm trying to juggle a job, train for a marathon. I have to travel from state to state just to get a hotel and handle some of my business and get some work. And I'm a pretty busy person. I'm a pretty busy person. Yeah, 41 people watching Drag. Only 39 is watching me, but Drag is the most educated person in the world and whatnot, right? I'm just 2 live viewers away. 2 from catching the almighty Dragnot. 2 live viewers away from catching the all-powerful Dragnot. 2, just 2 live viewers away. All these people training for the marathon. I should probably stay. I might call out of work and I might do 1 day up here. Even though where I live in Jersey, there's a lot of hills there too. I could definitely benefit from running out here a couple of times. Oh, I also passed the convenient mark. A lot of you know about this YouTuber by the name of Bad-ish. I think her name is Bad-ish. I think her name is. That's Brick. Okay. Yeah, I passed the convenient mark. You know what I'm gonna do one day? I have to get their permission. Or maybe I won't put them on camera. I'll interview one of the convenience store workers that used to deal with Shanny and Remy. I mean, I'm in a position to do this stuff. Why I don't do it, I don't know. I know this. Since I've been in Scranton, this is the second time I came to this town. It's starting to concern me a little bit. This is the second time I came to this town. And somebody recognized me for all of this Shanny and Red stuff. Oh my God, you're G-Man! I want to put a bag over my head, man, and just hide. My goodness. The same thing happened with the Hebrew Israelites. I went down there and dealt with the Hebrew Israelites, and a lot of people recognized me and everything. So this social media stuff ain't nothing to play around with. This social media stuff, you got to take this very seriously. You're dealing with real people, real feelings, real everything. Oh, God, I love the smell of fresh cut grass. It smells great. Very different from when I'm used to being in Jersey. The hood is very different than this. Very different. Did Alfred and TGR get caught committing felonies? The Geek Room? Ah, please. You want to know who needs to get out of this game? It's the Geek Room, definitely. Because I'm going to tell you something. One of them is going to end up in prison for a long time. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before one of them end up in prison. I'm talking about the members of the Geek Room. Anyway, getting back to Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear, stop wasting your time, dude. Carrie ain't going nowhere because of you. You're a nobody. Pretending to be a somebody. Leave her alone. She has a much bigger following than you. And Rev, you're an idiot if you believe that this guy's actually on your side. You're an absolute fool if you believe that this guy's on your side. Jules played you. I mean, let's just keep it real. 90% of the Dragoons played you. I mean, after all, wasn't you a donating Dragoon? I'm going to make a real funny video about that, too, one day. How many of you saw that video where Shanny was talking about giving Drag money for the rest of his life because of Rev's dead mother or whatever, because of cancer or whatever? How many of you remember that? And how many different times Shanny and Rev have said that they were Dragoons? I think on Fat Courtney Love and, on Fat Courtney Love's channel, they mentioned this a bunch of different times that they're donating Dragoons and everything. And the very people that they were teaming up with was the people that stabbed them in the back. You know? I haven't seen Carrie do that yet. And I got to give her a round of applause. I'm not kissing her butt. I want people to understand something here right now, okay? I'm not kissing Carrie's butt. I'm not trying to ride Carrie or anything like that. I'm just stating the obvious. I don't agree with the language and some of the things that I hear on there, but I give her credit. She hasn't stabbed nobody in the back yet. Not that I have seen. She hasn't stabbed nobody in the back. So I don't get why teddybear55 has a problem with Carrie. All she does is cover Shanny, and she covers Rev. Sometimes there's a couple of other people on there. I think that Auntie Jessie lady. And there's another woman on there that she was talking about. I don't know those people. But the Auntie Jessie I know a little bit because she was on Carrie's channel. But some of these other people she's covering, I don't know nothing about. And like I said, if Shani must be covered, I would prefer to watch Carrie first, maybe Drader second, then maybe Draven, and then this is lady named I know her intro, but I don't know her the name of her YouTube channel. My God, Elliot, what's her name? I don't know, but she has a real quick 12-second intro, and she covers Shani and Rev, some of the older videos or whatever. I watch her. I'm subscribed to that channel, and then I watch a lot of the archive stuff. But I don't get it. Everybody's trying to say, did Carrie do this and Carrie did that? Because the funny thing is, let's say hypothetically speaking, I did see something on the Geek Room. It was a YouTube short, right? Let's say hypothetically speaking, Carrie had Shani mass flagged. Let's just say that happened, right? Hypothetically. The Geek Room's never mass flagged nobody before? Drag has never mass flagged anybody before? Burnt Toast and her audience never mass flagged nobody before? Jules and them never promoted somebody getting flagged before? We're trying to cancel somebody before? This is what I'm talking about. They go around there and they try to say that these things are bad, and they're doing the same things themselves. They're hypocrites. And everything that they've done in the past is coming back to bite them in the butt. See, even if Carrie did do those things, you don't got an argument against her. You don't. The only thing that you can do is prove that Carrie herself is a hypocrite. And good luck with that one. I don't watch enough to know if she's one. But from what I see, I don't see it. So, like I said, I'm not kissing up or sucking up to Carrie or nothing like that. I remember one time I was walking up this road. I remember the first time Rev gave me that house. I think I told him the story. I was walking up this hill, and there was some guys with the Confederate flag. And I don't got a problem with the Confederate flag because I understand why some people have it. I used to watch the Dukes of Hazzards. But somebody had the Confederate flag flagging like this, and there was another flag, and then it was the United States flag. And right down this road here, they were driving really fast, and it was like, they called me, they used the N-word with the A at the end. It was some rednecks or whatever. And it was like, and they stretched the A for a long time. And they were coming down the road down here. And I remember that because I was like, I stopped and I looked at him. I was waiting for him to get out the car. I remember that. These are the moments I wish you guys would be around. But we're just going straight down some redneck people or whatever. But apparently there's a lot of them out here. I don't know. But there's a lot of people out here that's against it too. You'd be surprised. And they're quite verbal about it too. Quite vocal about it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, super chats are all like that. People will, they start seeing the money that you can make on here. They'll start selling their soul and selling their principles and selling who they really are for a couple of dollars in super chats. That's not me. Carrie's, like I said, she's been pretty consistent. I can't think of a time where she's been inconsistent on her channel. I know she's talked negative about me when she was dealing with Shani. And she was consistent with that. So, I mean, it's like, I talked to her husband, I talked to her. Neither one of them was being fake to me because you know what they was, you know I would have something to say about it. But teddybear55 doesn't have an argument. The only reason Rev even cares about teddybear55 is because Teddy Bear claims he's against Carrie. Let me tell you something. All Teddy Bear wants is a bigger audience so he can do the same thing that Carrie's doing. That's all he wants. He's a moron. And Jason's going to keep making decision like this and decision after, at some point in your adult life, Jason, you're going to have to develop some discernment. You're going to have to develop some type of discernment. And Teddy Bear 55, you got one time, dude. One time. One time. Not two, not three, not four, not five. Somebody sends me a video with a timestamp where you sitting there saying, Jimmy gave money to Shani and Rev. You think I'm destroying those two. Wait till you see what I'm going to do to you. Because you show your face on here. You remember that. All right? You got one time, even if you show up on Rev's channel, one time. I don't need to hear it twice or one time. Because I don't like the Dragoons and their hypocrisy, saying that somebody's a terrible person because they did this, that, and the other, and they're doing it on a daily basis. Teddy Bear wants nothing but attention to read before disappearing to the bathroom with a tube of lotion, seeking people to talk to. That's not a life to live. All right, so I gotta go to Ollie's, and then I have to go to this hotel. And what time is it? I've been doing this longer now. 11:49, so about 1:30. I should be. I got a nice little painting gig. $400 to paint 5 rooms. I can obviously got a lot more money than that, but I'm here. I'm gonna take it where I can get it. You know what I mean? The economy the way it is, I'm gonna take it. So, you know those pictures of the house over there when I did the purple room, and I did that beige room, and I did. So a lot of people like my color selections. So they want me to go to their house and they want me to do it there. So very interesting. Very interesting. I remember I used to had a little gig down the street there. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Rev, you're gonna get played. Nobody wants to hear your whining and your complaining. I'm just telling you this in advance. Nobody wants to hear your whining and your complaining about how Teddy Bear played you. Because he's gonna play you. He's gonna make you look stupid. And then after that, oh well. My back is doing a lot better now, yes. I'm getting ready for my marathon on October 8th. And it's mostly a downhill marathon, although it's kind of hard to believe that considering all of these uphills you got to walk when you walk around here. My goodness, this place has got a lot of hills. But my legs are pretty strong, so we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. Again, I might do a more of an aggressive video a little bit later on the Dragoons and the hypocrisy, because I have unfinished business with them getting on my case about giving Shanny and Rev money, while these people are just doing the same things now and think it's okay and think I'm going to be quiet about it. I'll see you guys later.